This month's episode, we are talking about how to find a good teacher. And we're also going into the question of, when getting started, were you mostly self-taught or did you take lessons? That's what we ask the community. So let's see all the answers, and also me and Hayes are going to share our details.
Hey there, music maker. I'm Hayes Griffin.
I'm Magnus Zetterlund.
And welcome to the Mandolin Secrets Podcast, a show where we take a deeper look at what's happening in the world of mandolin secrets. Each episode will tackle our question of the week, unpack the latest mandolin secrets and guitar club lessons, and answer your questions about mandolin and guitar and all things music. In this month's episode, we'll be discussing how to find a good teacher, and when you got started, were you mostly self-taught or did you take lessons? And maybe what got you to pick up the mandolin for the first time? Before we get into any of those details, though, be sure to head to mandolinsecrets.com/podcast to sign up for reminders about our upcoming episodes. And just search Mandolin Secrets Podcast on your favorite platform and subscribe to get updates when we release episodes there.
Cool. And in this month's episode, I'm also going to be sharing some video clips of me playing the entire mandolin family. Talk about the mandolin, the mandola, the octave mandolin, and the mandocello. So I'm kind of eager to show this to Hayes, but also to all the listeners out there, of course. Also, one thing that I want to point out before getting started, if you, the listener, has a specific topic that you want me and Hayes to cover in one of these podcast episodes, please send us an email, reach out to us on either ones of our websites, in social media, anywhere, and we're happy to take some requests for what you want us to talk about.
Absolutely.
So we asked the communities, when getting started, were you mostly self-taught or did you take lessons? Passing this question first to you, Hayes, what was it like for you?
Yeah, I immediately sought out guitar lessons. I don't know if that was just because my uncle was the one who kind of helped me get into guitar. He was the first person I ever saw play a guitar. So I became very interested, and he was very adamant, I think, with my parents that you need to find Hayes a teacher, he needs to have someone to guide him through this path. But then at the same time, that was, I was 8 years old when I started. So that would have been 1996 when I started playing the guitar. And it was maybe 1 or 2 years after that my parents got our first family computer. And as soon as the family computer came in, they teach us in school, we have computer lab hour where you'd go and they would show you how to use these things called search engines. And there wasn't just one back then, right? There were multiple ones you had. But it was pretty quick that I was on ultimateguitar.com and Harmony Central and just learning tabs by myself. So I would say it was almost both, in a way.
And I think, isn't that sort of the perfect way to learn? It's yes, because I kind of encourage all my students to get a teacher. Even, best of worlds, you're seeing one in person. The next best thing is seeing an online teacher. Yeah. But if that is your only input for your journey, your musical journey, it can be you're in the arms of someone else, in the hands. So the ultimate student is also being out there, like your approach that you're giving there.
Yeah, exploring a little bit. How was it for you? Was it similar, or did you have a teacher?
I had so it was also my uncle who inspired me to pick up the guitar. And so I think he had a couple of friends who showed me my first chords, and my uncle a couple of songs like that. I was 12 at that point. But I had taken some trumpet classes before then with a teacher.
Oh, cool.
But I guess, and I think this is this is sort of proof to what I just said about searching input yourself and all that, because that teacher never sparked the interest for music to me. So I was sort of I did the homework from my classes, and but nothing, never ever more than that. And well, the teacher didn't give me the spark, so I quit after 2 years of taking trumpet classes.
Gotcha.
So there was never a passion for it, sort of. But so it was very different at the time that I picked up the guitar, and then like 6 months after I first tried, I was able to join like classes and started with a teacher that I worked for 3 years with him.
Wow.
So and that was, I learned a lot. I mean, he was a great teacher. Jan Ove, if you're out there listening, yeah, you were great. I still inspired by everything I got from you.
Well, the first teacher matters a lot, like you said. Having a good teacher to help, like stoke that fire, right? You know, it's like you might have like a little bit of interest as a 12-year-old kid or whatever, but having someone who can kind of foster that flame and you know, keep you interested for that long, that's a big deal. So yeah, if we're thanking our early teachers, thanks Terry and John Sheets. You guys were my first two, and they mean a lot.
Yeah, mean a lot. And I guess I have the feeling that our community today is maybe not mostly like kids learning, and I think it's different from an adult, because people coming to us have a more, they've been exposed to music for a long time and kind of know a little bit more what they're going after than we were at that time. But I think those like rule of thumb still applies to it, that like doing all, if you're like all self-taught and just going for that search bar, and it is sort of easy to fall into bad habits and miss out on a lot of things that an experienced player can give you.
Totally agree.
And I think so that's sort of, because, and also talking from experience, learning myself, because then later on, just before I turned 20, that's when I picked up the mandolin. And for 4 years, I was doing it all by myself until I did see a mandolin player. And during that time, I kind of picked up a lot of bad habits that I then had to relearn and all that. So I really wished that I could have seen a proper teacher at an early stage.
Yeah, I think it can make a difference, but what there's no time like the present, you know. So it doesn't matter if you had one early on, right? You know, you made it there anyway.
Yeah, yes, of course, and I think the reason for it was very difficult for me finding anyone playing the mandolin, really, because there weren't mandolin players around. So
I kind of wondered that in the back of my mind, you know, like who would have been the premier mandolin players in Scandinavia to seek out, you know, other than maybe Petri Hakala, right? You know,
he was sort of the only one that I knew about. So I was, so my first lesson was from Petri Hakala, wonderful teacher and player from Helsinki, Finland. So I remember even, I might have told this before, but I was sending out like 2 emails, one to Petri Hakala and another one to an English mandolin player, Simon Mayer. These were the 2 only like Europeans that I was listening to at that point. And I was like, do you teach camps? Do you do any classes? Anything, sort of. Both of them responded to me in a very kind way, like encouraging way. And Petri was the one saying, well, I'm actually teaching at this Sibelius Academy, which is the highest education you can find in Finland, in Scandinavian countries even. And then luckily, I was applied to a school at that point, and they kind of helped me go there. I got the support that I needed for something like that happen, and
that's really great.
But it was Petri pointing out all these things that I have to kind of start working on from scratch. But it was really good. I'm going to come back to Petri Hakala because I've been visiting him here not long ago. But before that, I want to share a couple of the comments from the community about this. So we asked the same questions, and I think this is a little bit funny. This is from Elliot. So, teacher or self-taught? He says self-taught. I had an idiot for a teacher who could only deal with major chords, he said. Well, but now, but once I signed up with the Mandolin Seekers Academy, all that changed. I now know my way around the instrument far better, while not a natural soloist, but feel comfortable taking leads and can play minors and inversions too. So, not all teachers will take you on the right path, but
yeah, some of them are just looking to pay their rent, you know. That's funny.
Yeah. And then we got Chris. He says a bit of mixture, initially self-taught, but then he signed up for face-to-face lessons. But that guy turned out to be mainly a guitarist who could play one or two things on a mandolin, and then so it wasn't the right teacher in that case either. But both these people seems really satisfied to have find my academy, because he says, but then Mandolin Seekers Academy, that was the game changer, he says, like fretboard success and bootcamp programs or that.
I was just gonna say, because I think those were two fretboard success folks. Having seen your entire curriculum, dude, I can absolutely say that if anyone listening to this podcast has recognized the need for some help filling in the gaps from a mandolin teacher like that, the guitar shop teacher who plays a few mandolin chords, Magnus's courses are the best. So definitely consider that.
Thanks, Hayes. Yeah, and I think, I mean, there's limitations to the online teaching environment. But it's really, I think it really serves, I would say, any player, in the way that there's information to find, but maybe even more important, like inspiration to find. Seeing a bunch of people, a group of people from all over the world, like being into this, it is a very inspiring thing. So if it's only like being part of a membership like this, paying a small fee monthly, it's worth a lot. And but of course, in the best of worlds, you want that combined with seeing one in person, sort of that can really, because the online teaching leaves a lot of responsibility or at the student's desk, sort of, to navigate all things. And so, but that's where some personal teacher can help you.
Couldn't agree more.
And Edith, her teacher was Sierra Hull, studying for her for a while. So I guess it's online classes. And then with Mike Marshall for a year. And now she's like standing with me. So like that's also an opportunity in the online world that you can actually try different ones and all that. But so I mentioned that's how I met Petri Hakala through reaching out to him when I picked up the mandolin. And for some of you in this community know that I also play a Petri Hakala instrument, because in 2011, Petri also, because of his deep passion and interest, he started building mandolin family instruments. And guitars also, I would say. But he's been mainly building mandolin family instruments. And so from 2011 to 2025, he's been doing this a little bit as a side thing, main thing. I'm not sure, but my point is he hasn't been taking orders. So he's been like developing his craft. And already the one that I have built in 2019 is really good. Sounds and it's got some spectacular woods to it. Got it here by my side actually. Here it is.
Yeah.
It's no strings on it at the moment because I recently replaced the tuners. Hayes brought me some nice Waverleys. And
those look great on that mandolin too with the finish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a tortoise style. So
yeah.
So I'm gonna put, but you can see the back. Yes, this is a one-piece
maple. Yeah.
So also at this point, I can say that if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, just know that in Mandolin Secrets Academy there is also video versions of this one, so you can see this. I'm not showing it only to Hayes. But anyway, I think it also says something about Petri that, well, he's very focused around details and all that. And
yes.
But it's also so now he's taking order. It also says that he's taking it quite far now in terms of like his finish and setup and all that. So. Because well, I don't want to say too much about his work, but I mean, he's been always focused. His main focus been tone.
Yes,
like tone, and but now to serve a market, you also got to have these other parts in place, and now he's there. So
that's so cool. I mean. I was just going to say I'm glad that he's finally taking orders for them, because we talked about this when you got your mandolin. It's like these mandolins are too good to just be hidden from the world.
Yes. And he had 8 mandolins that he finished in the last couple of years here. So if it's okay for you, I want to play back at least like one of the mandolins, maybe the mandola, the octave mandolin, and the mandocello.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's check it out. And so out of the 3 mandolin instruments, I'm going to start with an A-style mandolin. These clips are around like 30 seconds long, so really short, but also know that they're recorded with my smartphone, so the audio and the video quality is not the best, but you at least can see a little bit of what they are like. So here's the A5 model. This is the teardrop model. No.
Yeah, man.
And so the 2A models he had now one of them was like with a shellac varnish, which is the varnish that he's been using for most of his instruments. But for people that want more like a glossy kind of, he also are now doing oil varnish.
Oh,
And the second one that I played was an oil varnish, and you won't hear or see the difference, so I'm not playing that one back.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have an F style, and this one is well, with a typical scroll, making it an F5 model, and that's the one that I have, by the way.
All right.
Yeah.
that one you could almost hear clipping the microphone on the cell phone. That had a very strong voice. It was like really pushing the the air on that one, I think.
Absolutely. And you can also tell that even his shellac varnish nowadays is actually a lot more shiny than the older ones. So
Yeah.
I think it's well, just a little side note. Then, so I'm taking this as an opportunity to kind of educate people a little bit in the mandolin instrument family. These mandolins are tuned the regular way, G, D, A, E, with this standard regular lower kind of scale length. I think it's 13.7/8 inches or something like this. But then there is the mandola, and typically most often called like an H5 model. So this has a longer scale length and this tune C, G, D, A. So the scale length being 15.75 inches. You can hear that it's got a like deeper sound to it. And let me see, is it that one? Yeah, it's gotta be that.
All right. That's not the best. And let's actually. Well, I'm doing the same tune. Sorry. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sounds beautiful. I love the sound of a mandola.
Yeah, and I haven't played one that much, but I was really tempted for that one, playing it, it's more of like a mellow kind of sound, but still very like fast responding. So
Yeah.
I think it's a perfect piece of mandola, this one.
Yeah, most of us are used to hearing the oval hole mandolas, I think, you know what I mean? So to hear an F-style mandola that has that kind of focus to each note, you know what I mean? It really cuts through.
So I didn't try it, but Petri has a round oval hole mandola
cool.
also. That one is for sale. This one is for his own playing. But I think at some point I also mentioned that Petri has an old Gibson H5 lore. So that is sort of that one that he's kind of building this as an what do you say, as a role model?
Yeah, like a replica.
Replica. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's he's also told me that his lower mandola has that he find the neck to be a little bit thin, so this is a little bit more wood in the hand. So he also I mean, he's not sticking to something. If there's a room for a little, like, for what he thinks as an improvement, he also does that.
Yeah. Good.
Now continuing to the octave mandolin, and the octave mandolin is tuned, you can hear it, 1 octave below the normal mandolin. So still G, D, A, E, but in the low register. And this one is interesting. This one has like a bent top with braces. So it's an arch top, but it's not carved. All the other instruments are like carved top instruments, but this one is a little bit different, and here's how it sounds. Like a quite long 23-inch, like a tenor's guitar scale.
Yeah.
I can tell that's a good octave mandolin, dude. I don't know what your impression was, but even just from the cell recording there, that's very full sounding, you know.
Very full sounding, and it's got a like bigger body than my, even deeper, but also slightly bigger, and so very warm, and it got a huge sound for being an octave. And well, Petri was thinking of me for that one, so sort of a little bit considering it at the moment. But
all right, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
It'd be hard to put the Weber down, wouldn't it? Because I know that instrument is special. Yeah.
Yes. So, well, it's we don't go too deep into that question at the moment, but I want to give you, so this the final but not the least, the mandocello, the K5 model, mandocello K, or is it K? No, the K4 is the oval hole, right? Yes. So it's a K4. It is a K4 model, because this one has, the mandocello has the oval hole. It's just my marking here that is bad. But so now we're like very low. It's the long scale. It's 24.9 inches, slightly longer than the Gibson one, and the tuning being C, G, D, A. Not perfectly recorded with this, but wearing headphones, I think you can hear the depth of this instrument.
That thing sounds huge, dude.
Yeah.
You let that open string ring, that low C, ring, and it's just like... You could hear it in the room.
And playing it a bit up the neck, you have to play it quite delicately because, well, this long it really vibrates the string. But such, oh man, I wish that one wasn't for sale also, but it's his mandocello at the moment.
Yeah.
But so there you have the entire mandolin family range there. And if, as I said, Petri have those mandolins are available for sale. So if anyone out there is interested, send me a message and I will put you in contact with Petri. Or also, of course, the other instruments, there's a possibility to place an order, as I just said.
Mm-hmm.
Returning to this question of how to find a good teacher, I know that you, Hayes, are having something special for guitar players at the moment. Can you tell me a little bit what it's all about?
Yeah, so I've had this going in the background for a little while now, but I finally just released, and by the time this episode is released, the full thing should be out on YouTube, I would say. But I just released a 30-day complete beginner's guitar course on YouTube in like short format. So it's vertical style videos like the, cell phone style videos like Instagram Reels or TikTok or that kind of thing. The idea behind it was that that's how most people are kind of like consuming content these days. And if I put it in their shorts feed, then maybe it would be more likely they would see it first that way. But the idea behind the whole course is to take you, if you've never touched a guitar before, it's to take you from like how to hold the guitar, how to hold the pick, all that kind of stuff through playing your first couple of tunes. Even by the end of the 30 days, we learned some simple exercises for how to improvise and dress up some of our tunes with slides and hammer-ons and all these things. So like I said, if you've never played guitar before, or if you just want to get into bluegrass guitar and maybe you have a little bit of like rock guitar playing or something like that, this course would be perfect for anyone out there. And you can find it on my YouTube channel. If you just go to youtube.com/Hayes Griffin and then look in the playlists, you will see 30 days of bluegrass guitar playlist there. Just click on the first video and it'll tell you everything. It'll steer you toward the Guitar Club website where you can download all of the PDFs and things like that for free to kind of practice on your own and accompany it. But yeah, it's been a long time coming to get this one out, and I was excited to finally press the upload button.
Cool. And well, a little bit from my perspective, interested by the like behind the scene thing about it. Are all the 30 lessons made at this point, or you kind of drop releasing them as you are recording them, or what is your approach to it?
Yeah, so all the lessons are already made, and I'm just releasing one per day throughout the month of August.
Wow.
Yeah, so I started at the beginning of August, and then by the end of the month, you'll have a full 30-day course.
Oh, that's really good work by you. Like,
thanks, man.
Putting together something like that. And I guess I'm saying it in the sense of, I know that, well, sort of let's put it like this. Anyone like aspiring to teach music online can easily shoot a video, put it to YouTube. But there's few people that can structure videos, 30 videos with a progressive order, record them, take the time to record them, prepare all the video, and then go out, publish it. That's kind of sets you apart from 99 of all. I mean, isn't that?
Well, thanks for saying that, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it was definitely a lot of work, but I had fun doing it.
I can tell. We have a little video clip to play here for so what we're gonna hear in this one.
Yeah, so this video clip, this is the first actual lesson where you're touching the guitar and playing notes on it. So this is actually the fourth video in the series, but the first tune that I decided to teach people is a kind of one that most banjo players actually learn first. It's an old bluegrass and kind of old-time tune called Boil Them Cabbage Down.
Nice, come in here.
Art Flat Picker, it is time to learn your first melody. Whee! The first tune we're going to learn is called Boil Them Cabbage Down. Here it is. You may have noticed that there was a weird diagram on screen when I was playing that tune. That, my friend, is what we call tablature. This is the main form of written music you're going to find for the guitar in your career, so we should probably learn it right now. If you're looking at that diagram on screen, the top line represents that high E string. They invert the guitar as if you're looking at it this way, so that the tablature represents high pitches up top and low pitches down. Pretty awesome, right? Now, if you're looking at each one of those lines, the top line is E, then we've got B below it, G, D, A, E. Top to bottom is high to low in pitch. You read this just like a book, left to right. You can see that we have a 0 written on the second line from the top. That means we play the open B string. Now you can see in the next measure, we have a 1 on that same string. That means we take our left hand, place it on the first fret of the B string, then play. Sounds like a simple melody, but it's a little trickier than it looks because we have to employ what's called alternate picking. What's alternate picking? In guitar playing, we have 2 different types of pick strokes we can do. Downstrokes and upstrokes. So for Boil Them Cabbage Down, the main rhythmic phrase of the tune is long, short, short, long, short, short. In pick strokes, that's down, down, up, down, down, up. Most of the music that we play in bluegrass can be counted in groups of 4. So if we're counting through Boil Them Cabbage Down, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... You notice that all of the notes that I play when I'm saying a number in my voice are a downstroke, and all of the notes that I play when I'm saying and in my voice are an upstroke. This is the rule to alternate picking, and one that you should start to internalize immediately. I'm gonna play it one more time for you really slow with that tab on screen. Follow along. 1, 2, ready, play. Now go practice that and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Wow,
That's great.
That is, wow. That's a lot of information packed into 2 minutes and 30-second video.
Yeah, man, it's
cool.
It's an experiment on my end a little bit in that way, because obviously you and I, when we came up, learned a little differently than that. Like like you said, the information that's presented in that video could have been 1 hour-long guitar lesson, maybe even 2 hour-long guitar lessons put together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but that's also, I mean, we can always play back a video, so we learn. But
that's the idea, I guess.
Yeah. But it's nice. And then also seeing how you're playing this shuffle rhythm to the, like a vocal melody. Dun taga 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 dun. Yeah, cool.
Absolutely. And
so
obviously we build on that toward bluegrass rhythm guitar and all that stuff throughout the rest of the course, because it's the same rhythm, right? Boom, chugga, boom, chugga, boom, chugga.
Yes. Yeah. Nice. Well, so and even when the 30-day is over. By the time that we publish this podcast, all the videos are still out there, right? But
yeah, all the videos are still live, and it's kind of meant to just be anyone's entry point into the guitar on my YouTube channel. And I do have a special offer for anyone that completes the course. I have, obviously, you guys know that I have Guitar Club, which is my membership service and stuff. So after the 30-day guitar course, I have another full month of content for you to practice for your second month of guitar playing inside the Guitar Club.
Yeah. So even if no one is asking, I want to give my kind of how I view this. I think it ties into this what I said. Online teaching is perfect for inspiration, because that's, and so probably if I was ever, let's say I was starting today finding this, I would probably be tempted to kind of binge watch the 30 lessons, and I would probably do it. But I would be so filled with inspiration, so it made me take the next step to actually see someone that I could, someone that could answer my questions and all that. But with this said, I also, of course, don't binge watch it. Study one lesson at a time, but I just know how I would react to it.
I mean, I hope that people are binge watching it in a way, but you're right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if you want to get the most out of these lessons, just stick with one per day. Maybe stick one every couple days. You know? Yeah,
but maybe it's just a bridge into kind of the long format lessons or whatever it could be. But yeah, great. So, well, hat off for that course. I think it's Thanks, maybe man. I can be inspired to put something together myself similar way. But really cool.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate it.
Yes, I think this finishes this episode. We've been like going a little detours around everything, so making it like a 40-minute show. But thanks everyone for listening, and as I said there in the beginning, if you got a topic that you want us to cover, make sure you send it over either on some of the social media or send us an email.
Yeah, well, I think that probably about wraps it up for this episode of Mandolin Secrets Podcast. Yep. We'll be back soon for another episode of the show, but in the meantime, you guys out there can keep in touch at mandolinsecrets.com/podcast. That's also a great place to find a way to contact us, like Magnus was saying there, if you've got any suggestions for the show. You got anything else, my friend?
Well, last thing I want to leave the listener with is always remember, be a music maker.